Irrigated Cropping Council Early Sown Wheat Trial. We've run wheat trials here since 2002 and have a really good resource and background in terms of wheats that perform well in an irrigated environment. We were wondering though if we were favouring varieties that perform well when sown in early May. So Damien, we've sown this early wheat trial. When was it sown and what were the conditions it was sown into?
Okay, so we pre-irrigated in early April and sowed this trial on April the 17th. We've got a reasonable amount of nitrogen underneath it, about 100 units at sowing, and so we've top dressed by 3 55 kilo of N per hectare top dressings throughout the season, starting sort of late vegetative stage.
Great, and I can see there's a really big range of growth stages in here. Did you want to point a few out that are quite slow and have a really strong vernalisation like this one here, and some that have really raced ahead?
Okay, so we've called it the early sown wheat, but we haven't got any of the true long season red wheats in here. And it's been up to the companies to nominate what they wanted in here. So we've seen a bit of difference. The one immediately behind us is Annapurna, which is very slow compared to the rest. So it's still only at about second node stage, so still quite vegetative. Whereas we've got some others, some of the new varieties being developed by BASF have sort of raced ahead a little bit. So we've got head emergence in some of those, and it's currently September 4th. So maybe that's a little bit early to be poking your head out, especially with the weather we've had lately. And then we've got some of the commercially available material, say Sheriff or Trojan, is sort of the most advanced commercially available lines at the moment, and they're just at mid to late booting.
It's good to note though that if you were growing these in a commercial situation, you probably have grazed them. So what's sort of the average hold up by grazing these varieties?
Previous work that we've done, we're probably seeing somewhere between 7 to 10 days. By grazing, we delay the development and head emergence.
This is the second year of this trial, so how did it perform last year?
Actually, it performed very well. We had it on favour bean stubble, so quite a lot of nitrogen, which did produce some problems at harvest because we had a lot of lodging. But when we harvested it, it went about 9.5 tonnes average. No variety, and we had several of the same varieties in here that are here in the trial last year, so there was no real difference between any of them. But yeah, about 9.5 tonnes, which was about 2 tonnes better than the main season trial that we sowed about 7 days later. So it was actually quite a good result.
It's great to hear that we can get the yield results by getting out there early, as long as we don't lose stuff to frost by getting into head too soon. If you're keen to follow this through, this is an Irrigated Cropping Council trial, so please head to our website and sign up, which will mean that you get the harvest results as we get them, so that you're able to make really informed decisions if you're planning to sow early next year. I'd like to wrap up by thanking our sponsors of this trial. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. That's BASF, AGT, Pack Seeds and
Integrain.
Integrain.